Hello friends, I hope you all are doing fine. Let us see a new project in which we are going to make a piano, a simple piano using some few components in Tinkercad, and we will be using block code to implement it. So in order to make piano we will be requiring some components like 4 push buttons. So I am taking 4 push buttons, I am arranging them here. 1, 2, 3, 3 and 4. So 4 push buttons, then 4 resistors, each resistor of 1 kilo ohm, 3 and 4. So I am arranging the resistors here. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So if you can see, I have attached resistor at this end, that is terminal 1A of each of the switch buttons. Then I will be using my Arduino. Let me arrange it in a proper manner. Just a moment. Okay, so this is my Arduino. I'll be arranging the Arduino here, and I'll be making connections with the switch. So I'm using 4 different color codes. So let's say I'm using orange. So from this end I'm using just do it again. I'm connecting it to pin number 7. So this end of the resistor, or this end of the switch, has been connected to pin number 7. Similarly, I'll be changing the colors, that is this end to pin number 6, then green, I'm selecting green to pin number 5, and so just I forgot to change the color. Okay, this end to pin number 4. Sorry for having a bad throat. So I have connected this ends of the switch to pin number 7, 6, 5 and 4. The other end should be connected to positive. So first thing, I'll make connections from Arduino for positive and ground. So let us take this into consideration. So this is my 5 volt, generally showed by red. So I'll be taking connecting my 5 volt here. Just a moment. Let me arrange it out properly. Yeah. And this is my 5 volt. Then ground. So ground is generally shown by black. You see, 5 volt and ground. So I'll make a ground from this end and connect it to here as well. Okay, so this end is my ground. Now the other end of the switch needs to be connected to positive, so I'll be connecting this end to the positive rail here. So I'll use the same color if you say. Just a moment. From this end, I'll zoom that out and I'll do it. Just a moment. To the positive here. So this end of the switch, that is terminal 2A, to the positive rail. Similarly for each switch. So I'm connecting it. Okay. So my connection of the switches are ready. So what is going to happen is, we did this in the last project as well, that positive end of the switch to one end of positive end to one end of the switch, and the other end is connected to ground through the resistor and the pin to the Arduino. So the current is going to follow the path which is having less resistance. So instead of going here to the ground, the current will be flowing through here and it will be reaching pin number 7. So this plays as my input pin 7, 6, 5 and 4. So as soon as I press these switches, the current is going to flow from positive through the switch to the pin number 7. Similarly for pin number 6 and other pins. I hope you understood what we have done here. Now these switches are my input devices. Now let us take an output device, which is a buzzer. So I will be selecting a piezo buzzer, and this is a buzzer. Now as you can see, buzzer also has a polarity, that is a positive and negative. So we will be connecting buzzer accordingly. So positive end of the buzzer is connected to one of the pins of the Arduino, and the negative end is going to be connected to the ground. So I'll arrange the buzzer in such a way so that I can make connections. So I'll place my buzzer here, and I think I should rotate the buzzer. Yeah, I'll do that, just a moment. In this way, and I will change the polarity as well. If you say, this will change the polarity. So positive end of the buzzer, I will select it on connected to pin number 2. Change the color, just a moment. Pin number 2, and the negative end of the buzzer will be connected to ground. So I'm connecting here itself, as we have made this as a ground. Hope you can see this. This is a negative ground which has been connected to here also. So this all rail, this all rail is a negative rail, even though it's written positive, don't fall for that. So negative is shown by black. So I'm making connections here. Okay, so you can see. So now my connections are ready. Let's revise all the connections. My input switches, that is connected on 4, 5, 6 and 7, pin number 4, 5, 6, 7 of the Arduino. My output device, which is a piezo buzzer, is connected on pin number 2, the positive rail or the positive terminal, and the negative terminal is connected to ground. So this is my connection. Now let's move ahead with the code. So the code is quite simple. We just have to remember the pins. Remember, my input switches are on 4, 5, 6, 7 and my output is on pin number 2. So let us try to build code, make a program using block code, and simultaneously there will be some output here. I'll be deleting the initial blocks. Okay, so I have a start and a forever. So I can put a message if I want on the serial monitor. So let's say on start, print on serial monitor. I'll place, I'll say, what should I say? Piano. Switched on. So on start, it will be saying piano switched on. Okay. Now let us use forever block, and in forever I will be using the control block, and the block which I will be using is if. It is a conditional block. So if, now some command here and then, so that is how the block is going to look. So I'll put here if, then I'll take a input, read the pin, that is the digital pin, not on the start, sorry, just a moment. Here I'll just arrange it in the conditional block. Yeah, it matches this. So high and low, I'll put read the pin. Now it should go, which block should I place it here? Read digital pin, I'll put here if this, and then input read digital pin here. So like I'm saying if, and if I'm saying read digital pin number 2, or my pins are connected on 4, so if read digital pin 4 and equal to, okay, and then I'll put conditions here, high. I'm selecting this block. So I'm reading digital pin 4, and if that value is high, okay, so I've made a conditional like this, that if I find high on digital pin 4, then what needs to be done? So I will give output as, see, pay attention, I've given output as play speaker pin, that is my buzzer. So buzzer is on which pin number? Pin number 2. So play speaker pin 2. Now I need to set the tone. and I need to give for how many seconds it needs to be played. So I'm saying tone, let it be tone 60 and play it for 1 second. So I can say we can keep it that way. So if digital pin 4 has high, that is high as the input, then the speaker will the speaker pin on 2 will be playing a tone of 60 for 1 second. Now I need to follow this. I will duplicate the box and I will attach it here. I just need to change the pin number. So I'll say pin number 4, instead of 4 I'll say 5. So when 4, 5, 6 and 7, as I have 4 switches here, so 4, 5, 6 and 7, I will change the tone. So instead of 60 I will select a tone as 100. Similarly I will keep adding the blocks here. So I'll duplicate this and I'll add it here, as you can see. So 4, 5, 6 and tone, let's say I will say 200. So 60, 100, 200, and last again duplicate, that is my pin 7, pin number 7. So read digital pin 7, and if it is high then the tone would be 300. So for 1 second. So you can see now on start I have given a message, and then when pin 4 is placed, that is when high, then I will say my tone is going to be played on speaker for 1 second, and similarly goes for pin number 5, 6 and 7. So my code is ready. You can see a text code as well here. Now let us see if our connections are all correct, then we will get the output. Let's see. Yes. Yes. And last one is this. Yes. So I can play various tones here. Okay. So as you can see, the tones are playing for much larger duration. So I'll reduce the time so that my output is quick. So I'll make this as 0.1 second. 0.1 second. I'll also show you output on the serial monitor. I've changed the time, so the tone will be played for a very shorter duration of time. Okay. So I made necessary changes. I'll switch on the serial monitor. Okay, I'll run the simulation again. Yeah, so see, I got a message, switched on. Now I'll play the tune. Yeah, so I hope you understood what we have done here. So I'll just explain you the code again, the block code. Stop the simulation. I'll close the serial monitor. So see, on start I will get a message that is print to serial monitor piano switched on, and in forever block I have arranged the blocks in such a manner. I have used the if condition. So if, then I have given digital pin 4 is high, then play the speaker on pin number 2 with a tone 60 for 0.1 second. Now similarly for 5, 6, 7. I hope the block code is clear to you. So do practice this at your place, and looking forward for you to subscribe, like and share. Thank you. Have a good day.